Hey, what up with it, y'all? This your boy King Chance coming from the Real Deal Podcast 601405, and I got my main man, main 007 with me. What up with it, fam?
What up with
What
it,
you laughing
fam?
at? What up with it,
Uh,
whoa?
I heard a squeak in the back. You must be in a rocking chair.
Oh, I got a chair. Yeah, my idea to give me a new one, a new gaming chair. Shit, that motherfucker got a little squeak to it. I'm put a little oil on that motherfucker or something. Yeah, some shit. But I get another one when we start getting these views up. All right.
Alright, I'm with you. You know, got to be ready.
All right. Well, basically, all right. What we're gonna be talking about is the game for tomorrow's slate. That's gonna be the San Antonio Spurs hosting the OKC Thunder. And I'm out here in OKC right now, man. The climate looking good out here for basketball. Everybody's excited out here for that basketball. That's how you hear everywhere you go out here. It's thunder this, thunder that. You think they're gonna do this? You think they're gonna do that? And this and that. I mean, it's good, man. Hopefully, next year I'm gonna be able to have me some tickets to be able to attend one. We'll see how they go. And we keep hitting these tickets. Let's talk about these tickets real quick. Okay, all right. The line right now, as of right now, you got the Spurs is a slight home dog favorite with minus 2.5. And the total score is looking at 218. Last game they went into overtime. You know what I mean? So you got any leans on the spread of the total score, main 007?
No, on the lean side right now, I'm looking at like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? The series is like, what, tied 1-1. Okay. Spurs came out hard on the first game. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at Vic. I'm looking for him to do something coming out hard just because, he got a little history between him and Chet, I want to say. So, I'm thinking like, damn, he finna show out just because. You know, it's the season for it. Everybody looking for this matchup. This the matchup right here. Spurs and OKC. So yeah, fam, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, it's about to go down in this series. If you don't get in on this series, you ain't finna get in. I'm tell you right now. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Vic gonna be going off on game three. I'm looking for him to show up and show out in game three, fam.
And I agree with you
Oh,
on that. I agree with you on that. And my look on it is like this here. Like, all right, this gonna be a tight game regardless. That's the reason why it's not that big of a point spread, but they're giving San Antonio the home court advantage with minus 2.5. All right, so like, and the over is like 218. I mean, I stay away from that. Like the first game. I kind of went with the under on that, and they ended up going to overtime, and that's what killed that under. But this game is like 218. That game was 221. So I'll stay away from it, man. It's gonna be so close they might go into another overtime. You get what I'm trying to say, and they're gonna kill that one. But
yeah.
if I was to choose a lean, if I was to choose a lean on the winner, I would say the Spurs, man. I would go with the Spurs on this one. That's the analytical side of it. The analytical side. Well, not necessarily the analytical side of it. It's a mixture of where I would think they would go with it. You know what I'm saying? With the amount of pressure that's in this game right here. But I would lean towards a slight lean towards the Spurs, but I'm not gonna bet it though. But anyway, because all right, and just starting off when we get into these player props real quick, and the reasons for a lot of my player props comes off of the last game. You know what I'm saying? You got to go off the last game with this situation, and I'm gonna start off with Victor Wembanyama, and the way they guarded Victor Wembanyama the last game is basically like this here. They put Hardenstein on him, and they put Hardenstein on him, and basically his whole thing was to kind of like just beat Victor Wembanyama up, man. Like he was really beating him up, man. Like he was grabbing him, being rough with him, banging him up, kicking, like throwing picks, all this stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure, like after all those fouls he got away with the last game, he's not gonna get away with him this game right here. You know what I mean? He's not gonna get away. If they at home and stuff like that, they probably gonna call a foul on him pretty early. You know what I'm saying? If he gets to trying to defend him the same way he defended him last game. You get what I'm trying to say? So that leads me to my first two picks. All right, so this game, I'm sticking with the rebounds, man. I say Victor Wembanyama is going to cover those rebounds. All right, his line is at, if I'm not mistaken, his line is at 14.5. It was just at 13.5. It was just at 13.5. That is crazy. They went up to 14.5. For 13.5,
Ah,
I can co-sign it. I can co-sign 13.5 or anything like 13.5, 11.5, or 12.5. I can co-sign that. Now 14.5, that's a bit high. That's a bit high, but he can cover it, bro. But I wouldn't take it at 14.5. I would take it at 13.5 or a little bit lower, a couple lines lower. That's what I would do because they're gonna, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna call a foul on Harvestein, and they're not gonna really be able to sacrifice nobody else other than Harvestein. All right, and then what do you think about that, bro?
I think you're on the safe side. I'll take it down low if I could, but you see they got the lines kind of high. It's an iffy type of situation right there. But like you said, if I can take it down to like 11, it'd be a little bit unsafer. You go on with 13.5, I'll be like, dang, I mean, that
They
is
got it
big.
at
He is
14.5 right now. 13.5 was reasonable before we started the video, like literally
okay,
when I was doing my
okay.
research before we started the video, it was 13.5. Now they got it at 14.5, so that lets you know that 13.5 is looking good. You know what I'm saying? It was looking good to cover. So right now they basically trying to say, and let me see, it's not
Well, I'm gonna
juiced on the under. It's not juiced on the under because they still expect him. They still expect him to score right there about 14.5 or 14. You know what I'm saying? So 13.5 is decent. 12.5 is good, is better, and 11.5 is, you know what I'm saying, the best. But they got that at three negative minus 390, and they taking all
well,
the juice out of that. But
listen.
12.5, 13.5, I can see that. I would take that myself. You know what I mean?
Oh
And
yeah,
that's
I'm with
going.
you on.
Go ahead. All right, now going over to my second pick would be Hardenstein, since we're already talking about him. You know what I mean? So when it comes to Hardenstein, like I said, they're gonna probably throw some fouls at him pretty early for how he treated him the last game. But they got him right now, and this is the crazy part about it. They have him at and he usually scores way higher than this in the first point. And they went up on it. They went up on it just as we speak it. Like, oh, I wish I would have took it uh, when I had the chance. They had him at zero point 0.5 first quarter points. And he usually scores 4 points. His line is usually 3.5, 3.5, or sometimes 4.5 for points in the first quarter. And they had it at 0.5, basically 1 point for the first quarter. That was a steal when it was that. It's still a steal at 1.5. You know what I'm saying? 0.5 is basically saying he's going to score a field goal. You know what I'm saying? So if you take it at the time of this recording, you can catch it for 1.5. I feel like that's good. If you like first quarter points, you know what I'm saying? He liable to get that 1.5. Or you could just take it for what is his point line? Let's see what his point line is overall. His overall point line is still the same at 7.5, and I don't see him getting that. I wouldn't take it under either. But that first quarter point line, they basically giving it to you for 1.5. He'll at least score that 2 points before he catch that first five. All right. Anyway, what do you think about that, bro?
Well, I'm dealing with that right there. Like you said, he can at least get that 1.5 and first quarter or something. I mean, come on now, that
Yeah,
ain't really like
and the Thunder target him early every game, man. Like they've been doing that for a good long period of time, where they target him and try to get some easy points with him early in the game, and he usually scores 4 points in the first quarter. The rest of the 3.5, 2.5, that's easy work for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he usually scored 4 points in the first quarter, and that's like it's like something that's been going on for the last 12, 11 games. You know what I'm saying? So, but they are accounting for that he might get fouled like he might catch fouls in the first quarter. You get what I'm trying to say in the first half. You see what I'm saying? So they're accounting for that. You know what I mean? So, but 1 point, one field goal is kind of easy. You know what I'm saying? That's just my look on that. Anyway, and before we even move on, all right, it's going to be some inactive players here, or questionable players. All right, for the OKC Thunder, you got Jaden Williams. He's questionable with I think the same hamstring injury. De'Aaron Fox is still questionable from the lower right ankle sprain that he's been out for the first two games, and now you got Dylan Harper. He's questionable with the injury from the last game. All right, so which was a hamstring. I think it was a hamstring injury on that one too. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, all right, De'Aaron Fox, he might come back this game. We'll see. But then, even if Dylan Harper doesn't come back this game, if one of them, either one, you got to look at Stephen Castle, bro, because they're gonna that's gonna put a lot of pressure on Stephen Castle because those are two of the main ball handlers. You know what I mean? De'Aaron Fox is the starting point guard, and then you got Dylan Harper who comes off the bench who's like shooting 1/2. You know what I'm saying? Shoot guard / point guard and stuff like that. And that's going to affect Stephon Castle. You get what I'm trying to say? Because it's going to put a lot more pressure on him. He's going to pick up more minutes and he's going to be accountable for more usage. You know what I'm saying? So will he fold or what would he do? You know what I mean? That's the question on that. So I'm kind of iffy on that. You know what I mean? Usually I take him for 14.5 points and he covers that easily. And then you could take him like if you think he's going to be able to handle the extra pressure. You feel what I'm trying to say? The extra pressure of one of those guys being missing on both. Then I will focus on the PRA. You get what I'm trying to say? But I'm not going to take none of it, man, because I don't know exactly how he's going to act in this next game. So I would stay away from the points and everything for right now. Now I would think he would get the points, but the PRA, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. If anything, I would take the PRA. You know what I'm saying? To take it lower. What do you, but I'm not going to take anything on Stephon Castle. What do you think about that, man? 007?
Well, I'm looking at the stats from last game, and I'm thinking like, bam, you were right about that because I'm in the last game, shoot, Castle he had scored, 25 points. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, 25 points. On that, 10 out of 17 field goals and one out of six, 3 points.
Yeah.
Wise, But then I think about it like, dang, on the rebound side, he got a total of 5 rebounds and 8 assists. You know what I'm saying? One steal even. So I'm like, damn, this dude right here did his thing. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, last game, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about the next game because every game is different. It's based on, like you said, who's playing and who ain't playing. So the next game, he might not even do 25 points. But then on a good level, with Castle, he is one of them players that do produce, and he do it on a regular basis. You feel me?
For
He
sure, for
just go
sure.
up. He go up. He might go down some, but he don't just have a whole flip flop game. Like one game he's scoring 20 points, next game he's scoring less than 10. He don't do it like that too much. So I
And
kind
a,
of
and a, and another angle you could look at it as like this here. He's been scoring. He's been going over his line at first quarter points too. Like this, is another first quarter point line that I would look towards too. Stephon Castle because the game before that he scored damn near what I don't want to paraphrase. He damn near scored 18 points. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, 18 points in the first half. In the first half, and I think
already.
he damn near scored like 8 to 10 points in the first quarter. You see what I'm trying to say? Like
Uh,
he's covered his first quarter lines in the last two games against these guys. You know what I mean? Because he likes to attack and he likes to take early. To let his statement be known, like I'm here, bro. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. You can expect to see me. He gets in early. So that's one way to look at it. So that's the reason why I say, yeah, I would ride with him on this points line for sure. PRA is decent, but If both of them are missing, if anything, man, if anything, I would support him. I would support him, bro. I would lean towards his PRA, take the proper line under, but for sure his points. He's going to get there at least if you take him for 14.5 points, which is his usual line. You know what I'm saying? Like a line under his usual line, it usually is like what? It's usually like 16.5. Seven. It's been lately been 17.5. But I'm used to taking him for 15 points. You know what I'm saying? 14.5, or I might go 16.5.
All right.
I don't go too much higher than that. And then when it comes down to Jalen Williams is questionable. And he's questionable for that same hamstring problem that he's been dealing with. All right, so I'll stay away from him because he's questionable. You know what I mean? I would stay away from him, man, because I wouldn't want my ticket voided and risk whether or not you're gonna get your money back, or if the money's gonna be played, or if you're gonna get bonus bets. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just want to put him on there. But because he's questionable, I'd be looking at AJ Mitchell, because AJ Mitchell hasn't been covering for his points line because Jaden Williams been back. But in the absence of him, his PRA line was boss. His points line was boss. You know what I'm saying? So he was covering his line. So if Jaden Williams is out, I would take AJ Mitchell for his line. You know what I mean? Points line or PRA, because he's going to get a lot more usage with him being injured. And I would probably take him even if he isn't out, because he's going to be on a minute restriction, bro. They're not going to, if they do play him, they're going to limit his usage in his point in his in his playing time. And AJ Mitchell is at 21.5 PRA right now. If I was to take him, I would take him for like 19.5. Take him for 19.5. What is his points line? His points line is 13.5. If I would take that down. I would take that down. If you just go straight points, I would take that down. I would take him down to at least 11.5 to be more on it. You know what I mean? So what do you think about that scenario there, bro?
Well, on the point thing, I'm on the scenario on that one. AJ, man, A side, bro. You don't know what type of game we have. Like you said, if Williams there, is going to be kind of low. I would go with what you're saying right there. I'll even take it down to 9.5. Tell you the truth. The last game he
But I
had a
doubt
catch.
Jada Williams plays this game, man. I doubt it, man. They wouldn't want to risk, because the hamstring injury could turn to something else. You know what I mean? And another guy that's been consistent and everything like this here, with Dylan Harper out, he's going to get even more usage, and I see a little bit more usage for if Dylan Harper is out. You know what I'm saying? He'll be questionable. You know, he's questionable right now. So even if he cut plays, we don't know what they're going to do with his minutes. You're back now. I'm speaking on the guy just in case Dylan Harper is out. You know what I'm saying? But he's questionable at this point. And a guy that you could really, it's really two guys you could look at. Because if he's out, these guys are going to get more usage. You know what I'm trying to say? But the first one I want to say that will get more usage next to line, and he already gets decent usage coming off the bench anyway, is Julian Champagnie. And then with Julian Champagnie, you know what I mean? I would take him for points and rebounds. If he's going to get more usage, you're going to look for him to score just a little bit. His point line is nothing but like it's 10.5. They see, you see what I'm trying to say? They already Vegas is already adjusted for what I'm talking about. All right, so it's
Already,
10.5, but his line is usually 8.5, but his next line would be 10.5 or 9.5 on points. All right, so when it comes to that, man, I would take him for 9.5 or 8.5, man. If you can get it for 8.5 without losing all the juice, I would take it for 8.5. 9.5, I can see that, but I was leaning more towards his points and rebounds. All right, his rebound line is 5.5, and that is usually 3.5. I would take it for 3.5, but that's a minus 490. Let's see what his points and rebounds is looking like. All right, so nine. I said his line is usually 8.5, but it's 9.5, and it's 3.5. All right, so that would be 13. That would be like 13.5. All right, let's see what his points to rebounds line is at. It's 16.5. So if I was to take the gamble with the extra usage, I would take it for 14.5, which is the next line under that. All right, so yeah, I would take Julian Champagny for 14.5 with his extra usage. If then Harper's out or his minutes is, or usage is lost behind the injury, I would take Julian Champagny. And another guy I want to speak on real quick is Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson is another guy like Julian Champagny that basically like they usually have the same role on the team, but like Keldon Johnson is the sixth man of the year. The sixth man of the year this year. You know what I mean? He won that award. So they're gonna give him some. They're gonna get him out there earlier, but Julian Champagny has been winning the usage rates with him. He's been getting way more time. You know what I'm saying? Like playing time. Like I ain't gonna say way more, but he's been getting more playing time. The thing about Kevin Johnson is it's his defense, man. Like they don't want to keep him out there because he's a liability on defense, but he gets points and rebounds and everything else. So, but in the who he's guarding, he's not going to be really like available for easy access on rebounds. You know what I'm saying? That he usually gets. I would take him for his point line, but his point line is just as high as Julian Champagny. And with Julian Champagny already winning the usage thing, I mean, I would pick one or the other to be safe, man. Like you could take both because now that Champagny is going to be getting more usage, that means that Kevin Johnson is going to get just a bit of a bump of usage too, because he's going to have to be the relief for him. So because he's going to take more, so then he's going to take a little bit more. You get what I'm trying to say? That's if Dylan Harper has any time restrictions, anything like that. But he has the same point line, man. If you choose to take Kevin Johnson, I would take him for the same, basically the same line that I took Justin Champagny. I mean, Justin Champagny. Was you there for any of that, man?
Oh yeah, I was in and out. I was in and out. I was looking at some stuff. I was just thinking about like, dang, you know what I'm saying? You about right on that, 'cause they do swap out each other, everything. But at the same time, I was thinking to myself, what is Alexander? What you think about him? What shot, doing with his?
Yeah. I haven't even got to the Thunder players yet because that's basically my last on the on the San Antonio Spurs right there. Anyway, that was just my analysis on that. All right, with SGA, man, SGA, they've been throwing in the first game. They threw a lot of different players at him, and a lot of different looks at him and stuff like that, double teaming and stuff like that. And basically, what they focused on in the last game was getting him better looks, and they got him better looks. You know what I'm trying to say? So, all right, and the play that I ended up taking on one of my tickets, but it was a ticket that some other stuff crashed on, and that was real good was the rebounding play, the rebounding line. He actually covered his rebounds in the last game by a lot. You know what I'm saying? Once they changed up his basically his strategy for him, you know what I'm saying? Like he scored his rebound line in that, and I think he scored his rebound in the line before that, and in the game before that. And his rebound line is at 4.5, juiced at plus 1.15. But I took him at 3.5, and he got six. He got six rebounds the last game. Now, if you want to take him for assists, I usually take him for like 6 assists. You know what I'm saying? Because he usually covers that regularly every game. So, but if you take him at 5.5, man, that's a minus 555. And his line right now is at 7.5. So if anything, you might want to take it for rebounds and assists and kind of stay away from the points because his points line is iffy. You don't know exactly if he's going to be able to score that point line. I would stick with him with the rebounds and assists. And all right, at 6 assists, 5.5, and 3.5 rebounds, that'll be all day at 9. So I would take him for if you take him for 9.5, that's nothing but minus 425. But I could see him going 11.5 if he goes well over his rebound line, which he did the last game, and he scored 6, and then you count him for 6 rebounds. That's 12. So it's right there at the line. They really want you to take the 11.5 because it's right there at that line. It's worth a gamble because I would stay away from his points. So that means I wouldn't take his PRA unless you take it down to account for that. But 11.5 rebounds and assists, that's pretty cool, man. What you think about that for Shea for SGA?
Yeah, I think that'll work right there, man. 11.5. I mean, you right there at the line, but I like a little cushion. You know, I don't want to just go at the line
Yeah,
because I
but
need.
but I'm looking at Flip. You know what I'm saying? On other sports books, they probably got the lines different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So they probably got the lines different. But I'm on Flip, and Flip, that's the lines for them. The next lowest line is for rebounds and assists. The next lowest line is 9.5, and that's a minus 425. You losing all the juice out of that. If you take him at 11.5 and gamble for him and account for him to at least get over the rebound line a little bit, well over the rebound line. Like 3.5 is where I took him at last. He scored 6. In the game before that, he scored 5. You see what I'm saying? So if he get either one of those, he'll cover the 11.5, but barely, sweat free. But it depends on if he gets the line of the assists too. You see what I'm saying? So if he gets 6 assists or better, yeah. I mean, that's a look, man. That's a look. You know what I'm saying? It's an iffy look. It's a sweat look. It's not sweat free, that's for sure. That's not sweat free for
what you
sure.
gonna do about so on that end? That's a gamble, like you said. It's like a 50-50 gamble. You can go for it, and you can get it though. I mean,
Yeah, you
I
can get
ain't.
it for
I'm
11.5.
Yeah, you can get that 11.5 now. Cause the game gonna be a long game, fam. It might go in double overtime again. So like I said, hey, I go for it. I want, hey, I let it roll, baby. Let it roll, baby. You only live once. Yeah. And then I'll just go on and throw some more stuff on there dealing with the center wise. I go to chat and go and throw some more chat. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't you
Chat
say
gonna
you
be.
took Victor Wembanyama for assist?
Well, last game, yeah, I took him for assist. He covered. I think it was
Well, how many assists
3.5,
was it?
3.5, 2.5 or
Three.
3.5. Let me see. Let me double check. Got me thinking. I had it on rebit. Did I take him for it? Check it out. Damn, rebit logged me out again. This bullshit. Uh, I don't know why they do a nigga like that. I gotta keep putting my password in. Fuck around rebit.
All right. While you doing that, let me move on to the next person real quick for the OKC
Alright,
Thunder. All right. We already talked about AJ Mitchell. Okay. Whew,
let's see.
here we go when it gets a little tough with them. And we talked about Isaiah Hartenstein. All right. Another person I would look at, Lou Dort is going to keep having these bad of a games, man. His line is at 5.5. I mean, like, I would take him at his line for 5.5 or 4.5. I would
Yeah.
take that. That's an easy one right there. That's a pretty easy one right there. 5.5
We've been on
and
points or
just points, just straight up points on that one because I could see that one happening easily.
come on, rebit. It gotta take all day just to log me in. Okay, I'll make sure I can still connect to the Wi-Fi. Rebit just slow as a motherfucker, man. Oh, I didn't get nothing said that I got bet concluded, so I must have hit.
Yeah, you hit on that motherfucker.
Yeah, I must.
One thing about rebate, it's gonna let you know when you don't hit, but it don't let you know when you hit. All right, and another guy I was looking at was going to be Devin Vassell. All right, he's another guy that's going to step up, going to have to step up more if Dylan Harper's out, and he's been covering himself regardless anyway. And his point line is a little bit higher today, but you got you know what I'm saying. His point line is a little bit higher, but if anything, I would take him for his PRA and give him a chance on that end because he really a PRA type of player. He covers it regularly, and you could take him. You could be more for sure and take him under his line, but his line is 21.5, so it's a little bit higher than usual. I would take it for 19.5 with the extra uses and everything like that. It's a more gamble, but it's not that big of a gamble, man. I would take it for that easily. I would take it for that easily. And, with that being said, like that's pretty much the end of my analysis on that. Did you ever get your rebate up?
Man, that motherfucker working slow as a motherfucker. Let me see what's going on with Rebet. I don't know, fam. Like you said, I didn't get no notification saying that I was concluded on anything. But I don't know what's going on. But it don't want to log in. It's taking forever and a day. It's slow. I'm like, what? Like what? Whoa, come on now. I already hit earlier on last night ticket, and bam, I'm thinking I'm gonna hit again. Let's see. Come on, Rebet.
Do you think about Chet?
Yeah. We ain't making the chat yet. That's why I was wondering. I'm thinking check on, if you want to do chat, check on pretty much get some rebounds too.
He don't really show up against Victor Wembanyama, man. But he usually gets his rebounds though. He gets his rebounds pretty decently.
Yeah, but you might not hit him on straight rebounds fucking with Vic though. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he'll get his rebounds regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't really guard Wembanyama. You get what I'm trying to say? It usually be like a smaller player or something like that. Last game they put Hartenstein on him, but if Hartenstein fouls out early, man, it's going to be one of the smaller guys guards like Alex Caruso or someone else or something like that. And with that being said, he's
What
going
would
to
you
have
take
another
him for?
game like the first game, huh?
You take him the rebound level. What would you take him for though? I mean, would you go for the 7.5 or would you take it up higher?
Who Chet? I would take him for the 7.5.
Yeah,
I
no,
would take
I
him for
wonder.
8.5. I would take him for what he usually hit. He usually hits by 8.
Okay.
I'll take him for 8. I'm looking for other stuff while you pulling that up, but this will probably be it on everything like that. There, I wish I would have did some research on
Yeah,
some WNBA to add to it. But yeah, that's basically my look altogether for this OKC game. Is there anything you want to add to it? Anything like that?
the only thing I can add to it is my. Uh, let me see if I got some on that. So I normally have an under, but lately my under has been going under. So my thing is, let me see if I got anything to add to this.
And De'Aaron Fox might play, and if he does play, I wouldn't know what to take him for. You know what I'm saying, man? If anything, I would take him for assists, but I wouldn't take him for his line of assists. I'd take it a lot lower because he might be on a minutes restriction. But by him being back and just coming back, I'd be iffy on the points and the rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Like if he does play, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably lean more towards his assists or anything because he's gonna try to facilitate that offense a little bit more. And
I don't think I got nothing to add to it, man. I'm gonna leave it just like it is. Seven
hell
Rocky.
yeah. Hell yeah. Well, all right. Well, this is the Real Deal Podcast. This is your boy King Chance, and I got my main man, Main with me. Main 007. And basically, bro, like take a second, man, follow the page, like the page, subscribe, man. If anything, please leave a comment for the algorithm if you like anything. You could be anything like a W, a dollar sign, anything like that. Uh follow our links. Follow us on IG, The Real Deal Podcast 60145. Follow us on Facebook, The Real Deal Podcast. And follow us on Picket if you can, man. Anywhere you can follow our picks regularly. What we're going to take that day. You can see us. You can see exactly what we picking. You can tell what you want to tell, or you can tell the whole pick regardless, and see what we end up picking at the end of that day before the game starts. You know what I'm saying? So do that. And just man, one love, man. I know everything like we're gonna hit these tickets, you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like and, it's a lot of fuckery going on from here and there, but man, we're gonna continue to put out the best content we can put and the best picks we can put out there for free. We give our free picks daily on our Instagram and our Facebook, so make sure you follow those. All right, man. Nobody say anything you want to say before we sign off?
Oh yeah. This the one thing I want to say is let's play ball. It's going
For
down,
sure,
baby.
for sure, for sure, for sure. All right, so
Saturday
man, I'm gonna hit y'all up, man. I'm gonna see y'all for the next one.